Oh boy, I spent like half an hour just talking about classes last session. Hey everyone, Depressed Dior here, Labyrinth of Refrain, Covenant Desk. Let's go ahead and dive right into this. I can't access items still, which is a little annoying.
It's almost dusk. Perfect. At this hour, my powers are at their peak.
Are we really gonna do this? The miasma underground might be really thick.
Are you saying the miasma might be denser than we anticipate?
Maybe. Maybe just a little.
Well, that's certainly possible. And we only have one Tractatus de Monstrum. No harm in being cautious, I suppose.
And so Dronya murmurs an eerie incantation.
I clad thee in armor everlasting, with which to stay the foul miasma.
You learn the Tracty skill, Yellow Miasma Null. You can now explore without being damaged by the miasma. Incredible.
Now you can pass through most of the miasma. It probably wouldn't affect you anyway, but it doesn't hurt to take precautions.
I brought Tracty! I got it right here!
I'm getting a case of deja vu.
Give it to me.
Dronya snatches the Tractatus de Monstrum from Luca's hand and drops it down the well.
Now, Tractatus de Monstrum, go forth and conquer the unexplored underground labyrinth of Refrain.
Obtain the Tracty skill, Yellow Miasma Ward. Conquer the Labyrinth of Refrain where humans fear the tread. Find an item that will satisfy Madame Dronya. Alright. Alright. Now something to kind of note. None of the items that we picked up earlier with that previous group, we don't have them. And as far as we can tell, the map hasn't been updated either. It's like it didn't happen in the first place. Also, something I forgot to do with the brigade formation. We need to switch Nidori and Tiwi to the rear guard. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and look at our characters. They just start with a base weapon, their base preferred weapon, and then just a brigadier coat. That's pretty much all what puppets start with. So the worn crossbow does piercing in flame damage, and it is two-handed and attacks from the rear guard. The worn bell is a one-handed weapon that works in the rear guard, attacks entire groups, does blunt and fog. As you can see, each weapon has their own things, like crossbows provide a little bit of donum power and attack, which is probably why they don't do so well, because they're kind of a hybrid. They do have increased critical chance, a chance to do startle and stun. The worn bell here has a chance of doing illusion. It also provides some resistances, which is nice. It also provides a little bit of charm. It also increases their max DP. And then the lance here is one-handed. Can be used in the vanguard or the rear guard. And has really high critical chance, which is probably why the previous guy that was probably an Aster Knight, and was why he did the gore hit. And she's pretty much our heavy hitter right now. Her attack power is 48, Nidori's is 37, Tiwi's is 25, and our highest Donum user is Nidori at the moment at 32. And Mei Ling's Donum power is at 6, so don't expect her to do anything too special. Nidori is currently unlucky, Tiwi is lucky, and Mei Ling is mediocre. Did you know mana is the source of all magical power? You've already obtained some mana from defeating enemies, so let's go over it. Compared to the surface, the underground labyrinth is far richer in mana. You can use the mana you bring back from the labyrinth at different facilities within the caravan. On rare occasions, you might find a solid mass of concentrated mana in the labyrinth. These are worth a lot of mana, so if you see one, just walk over it to claim it. Also, you can sometimes find and extract mana from the walls of the labyrinth itself. The magic power that mana exudes will increase your chances of finding rare items and equipment inside the labyrinth. The fastest way to strengthen your puppet soldiers is through equipment upgrades, so hoarding mana can help you in that regard. However, excess mana may result in misfortune. Moderation is key in all things, and gathering mana is no exception. So that's why there's a meter. If you fill up the mana meter, things happen. Alright. So once again, we looted this. You can destroy blockades sometimes. Got the blue jewel again. Now we can actually look at it. A mysterious blue gem. You cannot sense any magical power within. Also, I didn't even look at the Brigadier Cloak. Just provides a little bit of resistances, nothing too special. In fact, it reduces your guard chance, which is not great. Guarding in this game pretty much blocks everything. It's a 100% block, essentially.
All set. Let's
Alright.
go.
So yeah, I have Flame Dance. I can only cast it about 3 times. In this game, there is no way to restore Donum power, usually. At least not while you're in a dungeon. I've heard that you can shuffle your party if you have multiple characters in the Coven to kind of boost your DP. But for the most part, there's no items that restore your Donum power. So it's something you especially use in moderation. And we don't really need to use it right now anyway. Donum power, at least the offensive spells, are really designed for burst damage, to say the least. Rusted Lamp. I could equip this Rusted Lamp, but since I get benefits for other nonsense. Yeah, since Netherite has a skill that revolves around crossbows and Mailing has one that revolves around freaking... All of them actually have skills that revolve around the weapon they're using, so... I'm probably just going to leave it to be for now. So yeah, just revealing the map again. All the messages are the same. Like I said, deja vu. Vanguard and Rearguard in weapon range. Your covens are placed in either the Vanguard or Rearguard. The Vanguard protects the Rearguard and is more easily exposed to enemy attacks. Now, weapon ranges fall under 3 types: Vanguard, Rearguard, and Rearguard. The strength of the Vanguard and Rearguard is dependent on how optimally you equip the individual members of your covens. Swords, hammers, scythes, and guitar are strongest in the Vanguard, while crossbows and bells are strongest in the Rearguard. Lances and lamps are strong in both Vanguard and Rearguard. If a character's weapon range does not match where its coven is placed, the character's performance with that weapon will be subpar. Always pay close attention to the dynamic between the Vanguard, the Rearguard, and the weapons your covens are using.
All set. Let's go.
Alright, dive right into this.
Justice has been downed.
It is possible to be ambushed, but it's pretty hard to make happen. You would have to kind of purposely let it happen to you.
Give it everything.
Even if you can't see the enemies right now, it's...
Justice has been downed.
just kind of
All set. Let's go.
just how the
Right?
movement works, really.
Justice has been downed.
So where it said the Picoro is looking around, sorry, I'm having the combat scroll rather quickly, but the Picoro didn't attack, instead it looked around. That was him preparing for a bigger attack. Alright. So we fell again, and now we're in this situation again. But since we have that yellow miasma thing, we don't actually take any damage down here. It's a good thing Luca kind of mentioned that. If I want to, I can use these mugwort bombs I started with. They restore about 800 HP, but I'm not going to worry about it. Farmer's robes. Alright, so this increases your charm by quite a bit, and just overall pretty good gear. It's just an upgrade. Pretty much anything's better than Brigadier codes. Oh, also, in your menu, it shows your current location, your current difficulty, which, from what I can tell, difficulty doesn't seem to do much. At least from what I've heard. And if you're ever unsure what you're supposed to be doing, it has your objective, which right now all we're supposed to be doing is search in the Labyrinth and find items that will be potentially useful to Madame Dronya. Oh, by the way, if you see these little green things on the walls, on your map here, bump into it, and you'll get some mana. Didn't even pay attention to the previous floor. Yeah. So yeah, multiple floors. If you fall down a pit, you'll generally go down one floor. If you fall, the more floors you fall, the more damage you take, of course.
All set. Let's go!
Alright, so we're just gonna do a little bit of healing.
There.
Oops, this thing actually took the hits. So one thing I could have been doing instead of selecting attack for those two characters is I could have just went straight to Tiwi and just picked heal and then just auto-battled. Alright, Coven level is increased. Not that it matters because Coven levels only reduce cost. And like I said, I mean as of right now that we don't even have any use for reinforcement anyway, so it is what it is. Alright, there's a hole over here. Unfamiliar document. A mysterious document written in a strange script. Oh, against the wall. Sometimes you can actually physically see the mana on the wall. It will show like a green glow. Things are actually reasonably tough. Wow! 107 damage.
Justice has been dealt.
Alright. I was not expecting that to happen.
My edge is getting sharper.
Well, I got some bee milk. I don't have an item to revive her right now, so we're kind of stuck. Yeah, that's not a good... Alright, so we lost our healer.
All set. Let's go!
Alright then. No. Oh my gosh, we are just getting killed here. Alright, wow, that is just... Wow. Alright, so that happened. Got a soothing egg. Alright, wow, I've never had such a rough start in the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and use a healing item just to get her back to full health. She lost her left arm. Thankfully her weapon currently is one-handed. So she's not really losing anything here. I'm gonna back away.
All set. Let's go!
Oh boy, let's do this again.
Right?
Oh great, here comes this again. Oh, that only did 45 damage, not 100.
Oops, my edge is getting sharper.
Well, Tiwi, you're gonna be a little bit behind on levels. Alright, so those require switches. Got a small soul, that's nice. Something to note about enemies, they cannot go over permanent chest.
Justice has been dealt.
Alright, so we're back on the first floor.
I won't let you down.
Which is the good news,
Victory
because
is ours.
things on this floor are a bit easier to fight. Wow.
All set. Let's go. There.
Just
Yeah.
completely decked Tiwi, and we got a gore hit on us. That was just really bad luck on our part.
All set. Let's right. Victory is ours. I won't let you down. Justice has been dealt.
Alright, I think I'm actually going towards progression, so I'm actually going to backtrack for a second. Bloodstone. Alright, nothing there. Alright, so here's the pit we fell into.
I won't let you down.
Alright, this again.
Right. There. Yeah. Victory is ours.
It's not the end of the world that Tiwi's not getting any experience right now. It's just unlucky. We got an accessory. Provides defense, constitution, agility, dexterity, critical chance, stun chance, guard chance. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and put that on our tank. Frame rate. An attack pact. Slotted character's attack will increase by 15%, and it also has, this actually has Donum attacks on it. So I'm actually going to go ahead and put this attack pack in here. Swap you two. And temporarily remove that. Alright. And then this thing has Wind Cutting Blade, which will cut through a group of enemies, doing slashing and fog. And then Rock Crusher, which is a magical shockwave that deals blunt damage to a single target. Down the bottom, it has a Charge 1, which means you have to spend a round charging it, very similar to what the monsters do to us, where they kind of just spend a round preparing an attack. Charge 1 means you have to spend 1 round charging it. Most abilities at best will do 1 or 2 charge, but I do know of at least one ability that's like 7 charge or something ridiculous. Lances, bells, like the story said, expedition group.
I won't let you down. All set. Victory is ours.
Slave lance. Alright, one-handed lance has a lot more attack power, hit, strength, dexterity. Also has has 28% in confusion. Definitely an upgrade. Alright, so now Mei Ling should be able to one-shot most of the things we're fighting against now. Which is good, because we need it. An old shield. Well, this would be great once she has her arm back. I'm gonna go ahead and equip it anyway, but it's not gonna do anything for her right now. Puppet parts. Alright, so we have a soul vial and a puppet parts, which means we can make a 4th character now. And after what we went through, we need a 4th character.
All set. Let's go! Yeah! I'm up! Victory is ours! Oops.
Yay, level ups. anything that makes us tougher. Unfamiliar artifact. The items you've discovered exhibiting faint traces of magic. It might be best to return to the caravan to report this discovery.
I won't let you down. I'm up. Yeah.
Alright, well Nettery's pretty much out of Donum, but that's fine. Anyway, this is the the locked door we ran into in the beginning. And this is the stairs leading down. Before you explore further, it might be best to report the items you discovered inside the labyrinth. Hint, hint. When you activate the switch, you hear the door unlock. So yes, now we can go through this door.
I won't let you down. All right. Victory is ours.
Okay.
I won't let you down. Yeah. All
Just kind of grabbing what experience I can.
justice has been dealt. I won't let you down. Right? That was a good one. Justice has been dealt.
You can do a little bit of grinding if you want to, but I'm not going to. When you return to your base from the labyrinth, you'll be greeted by the exploration results screen. The results can vary based on whether you returned safely, ran away, or were defeated by enemies. Let's go over what you can potentially gain and lose at this screen. First, you will gain bonus experience equal to 20% of the total experience you earned in the labyrinth. Next, your puppet soldier's HP and DP will be fully restored. However, missing limbs will not be recovered. So yeah, if your head's been severed, you will not gain any experience whatsoever. Finally, you can bring back mana you obtained in the labyrinth, though the amount can vary depending on how you return to base. If you were defeated and forced to return to base, you will receive the following penalties. A puppet soldier will lose a limb, possibly multiple limbs. You will lose some of your items. Your puppet soldier's rapport will decline. Experience defeat can hinder your progress, so make sure you place a mud exit in a safe place for easier backtracking. Alright.
Whoops. I just leveled
So
up.
yeah, if you essentially survive the trip, all that experience you gain throughout just fighting essentially gets doubled, because you just get the experience again. So that's why I wasn't too worried about Tiwi, because she was at least going to get some experience because she didn't lose her head.
My edge is getting sharper.
Some of your puppet soldiers are missing limbs. Have you repaired them all? Puppet soldiers can't be used to their full potential if their limbs have been destroyed. Tutorial: Critical Gore and Repairing Missing Parts. A critical gore occurs when a puppet's limb is destroyed due to receiving critical damage. Losing a limb will reduce a puppet soldier's total HP and other stats. For example, losing a right arm will reduce a puppet soldier's max HP by 20% and dexterity by 25%. Furthermore, this damage cannot be healed, resulting in a permanent loss of total HP. If a puppet soldier's head is destroyed, it cannot participate in combat. Returning to base will recover HP and DP, but parts lost due to critical gore will not be healed. Parts lost due to CG must be repaired by selecting Repair Puppets at the Puppet Workbench. You will need parts to repair your puppet soldiers. High-level puppets may require more expensive parts. It's no exaggeration to say that critical gore will be your biggest obstacle as you explore the labyrinth. If your puppets are too injured to safely explore, you may want to consider returning to base. Go ahead and repair.
I'm grateful.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and craft a puppet, because we can do that now. What do I want? I think I'm going to go ahead and get myself a marginal maze. Yeah, because we did get a lamp. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a marginal maze. We'll go with you. And we'll name you Alice.
actually a great cook.
What do you want? What do you want?
We'll pick that voice. And I'm gonna go with Wise. Let's boost DMP, DP, and a little bit of Charm. The rest of it I don't really care about. We will go with Sharp. They actually get HP growth with Sharp, so it's kind of helpful. I'll go with Moon. Skill selection. We're gonna go with Tenacious Donum, which increases your Donum power. And her lucky number is 1.
Hi there.
Alright, welcome to the team. She'll be the Schemer pack, so she can do her Flame Donum stuff. And then we're going to go ahead and give her this Rusted Lamp. So, just for comparison, Nidori had the highest Donum power earlier, around 30, which is now about 68 because she's gained some levels. Alice is at level 1, and just got a new lamp that got her a few extra points, but she's level 1 and has 61 Donum power right now. So she also has way more DP than everyone else, so marginal mazes. I might switch her to the physical Donum powers simply because she'll probably do better with the AoE. Select which position, and you can spend mana to make a request that Madame Dronya will fulfill. You can request new Trakti skills, rename puppet soldiers, and much more. I recommend that you prioritize learning new skills to help you explore the Labyrinth. More requests will become available as you progress the story and as Dronya fulfills certain requests. Alright. So right now all we can do is we can rename, we can make the game easier or make the game harder. As far as I can tell, well, at least from what I've heard, Gentle World, there's not really much of a difference between Gentle World and Nightmare World. So, not gonna worry about it. Anyway, also I'm gonna go ahead and save. And we're gonna go ahead and dive into this witch report.
What? Barely any time has passed. Give me the book. Witch report is written on a blackened page. I see. While the Tractatus de Monstrum is exploring, its findings are recorded on a blackened page. Good to know. Your progress thus far is impressive, but these findings suggest that the flow of time is different down there. I don't know what to make of this. Still, it would seem the Labyrinth's reputation is not entirely unearned. And this Tractatus de Monstrum appears to be the genuine article.
Good job, Trakti! Looks like you're the real deal!
The various items that the Tractatus de Monstrum obtain begin to materialize into existence as if by magic.
So these are some of the treasures the Labyrinth contains. These items could not possibly be products of this world.
You can tell by looking at them? They look normal to me. How can you tell?
If you could see the flow of mana as I can, you'd see that these items are practically overflowing with mana.
Wow!
Ah, yes. Trakti, I shall open your eyes so that you too may see the magical power these items possess.
Dronya places her hand on Trakti and murmurs a mysterious incantation. It kinda tickles.
You will be able to discern the rarity of certain items. Bring any rare items you find to me. Then again, if you had such items when I reviewed your findings, I would have taken them by now. Your will is my will, Trakti, and I assure you I will put you to work.
Madame Dronya! You called him Trakti! That's my name for him! I I came up with it all by myself.
Good job, Luca.
Shut up.
Oh. Bad job, Luca.
If you encounter any difficulties during your exploration, report to me and I will repair you as necessary.
Madame Dronya! Someone's outside.
Open the door.
Yes? Who is it?
Please forgive my sudden intrusion. Is this where I might find Great Witch Baba Yaga?
Oh? Oh, indeed, you stand before Great Witch Baba Yaga. And you are?
My name is Klaus Carter. I serve the governor of this town. My master has sent me to escort you to his residence, ma'am.
His master? Oh, the man who wrote the letter. Damn it. Still, I can't exactly refuse him. I apologize for not visiting sooner. I did not know where your master resides. May I ask you to escort me?
Certainly, ma'am. That is why I am here. Please, come with me.
Petrone's Market.
Something the matter?
You said your master is the governor of this town, but is your master also a business owner?
Yes, but his shops are in remote parts of town. For this reason, my master's wealth is actually quite modest. Oh, I should not say such things to a guest. This, in fact, is my master's finest shop. I do hope you'll shop here during your stay.
What a big shop, Madame Dronya! Huge even! It's got a bunch of stuff for sale!
My master is just ahead, in his study. This way, please.
Looked like a general store. Lord Manch's
Please wait
Palor.
I shall summon the acting governor right away.
Acting governor?
Yes. Oh, did I neglect to mention that earlier? To my knowledge, this town has never had an official governor. The acting governor is the master of this town.
Ah, Klaus, you've returned. Have you brought Madame Baba Yaga? Oh. Is she...
Yes, Master Patrone. Great Witch Baba Yaga stands before you.
Why, I was not expecting her to be so beautiful and...
Sorry if his voice is a little faint. And, her eyes are up there.
Thank you for summoning me. I am Baba Yaga, and this is my apprentice, Luca. I am pleased to make your acquaintance.
Yes, like she said, I'm Luca. I'm Madame Baba Yaga's apprentice.
I read your letter, and I believe I understand the broad strokes of your request. Explore the mysterious labyrinth and bring back rare magical items. That is what you want, yes?
Precisely. As a great witch, is it within your power to grant that request?
But of course. Why else would I make the perilous trek across the western mountains?
Wonderful. But I must say, I never expected a famous great witch to be so young and beautiful. I was told you were a powerful witch, so I had imagined you to be an old crone. Forgive my impertinence, but are you really Baba Yaga?
Master Patrone, that is a rude question. Powerful witches can use magic to look as young as they please.
I understand your reservations, but I assure you, I am the real Baba Yaga. Once I deliver the results of my exploration, that should ease any doubts you may have. However, I would prefer that you address me by my alias, Dronya. People would panic if they learned a witch was among them. My true identity must be kept secret.
Perhaps you're right. Anti-witch bigotry still runs deep here. Now then, Have you seen the Well of Kalaza?
Yes. In fact, I sent an underling down there earlier to assess the situation.
I see. People know to avoid that place. It would be problematic if someone saw you. 568 people are recorded as having died exploring the Labyrinth. That count may actually be 10 times higher.
Well, probably 100% of the people that went down there probably died, since, you know, the miasma would just kill them.
Those who have returned alive number fewer than 10. And that's because they ran away. And those cowards would just ramble on about onions fishing for dead flesh or some giant woman in a swamp.
Well, we encountered one of those two things.
That's not to concern ourselves with the ravings of madmen. The only man to reach the bottom of the labyrinth learned a secret so terrible, it compelled him to write a book.
You speak of the Tractatus de Monstrum.
So, you know. Do you happen to have the Tractatus de Monstrum?
Unfortunately, no. However, I'm certain that it can be found in the labyrinth. You just let Baba Yaga worry about that. Ah yes, I also found a very interesting item.
Dronya delicately takes the acting governor's hand into her own and places a small yellow box in his palm.
I do not know if this has any monetary value, but nonetheless, I hope you will accept this gift.
Oh, you already found something. I knew I made the right choice in seeking your aid, Great Witch.
The acting governor holds the box to his ear and begins to shake it.
Shuffling noises?
Please, handle that with care. The contents are a mystery even to me. I advise against being too rough with it.
Oh, I see. Klaus, put this somewhere safe.
Understood.
By the way, we passed rows of shops on our way here. Do you own and operate those businesses as well?
Ah, well, that's actually my primary trade. I was once a merchant, but I became the acting governor after the former governor mysteriously vanished.
Yes, acting. I see. Could I trouble you to exchange currency? I didn't fully prepare before coming here.
Of course, you won't find a better exchange rate for Ciel silver coins than my shops.
Ciel silver coins. I've never heard of that currency before.
What? Oh, of course you haven't. This is a remote town after all.
Then, how much can I get in exchange for 300 Halt's Kingdom gold coins?
Halt's Kingdom gold coins. I've never heard of that currency. Let me see. Well, this gold appears to be high quality. I'd say they're worth about 1,000 Ciel silver coins.
Surely you jest. This is the official currency of the Halt's Kingdom. It must be worth at least 6,000.
Be that as it may, this is a remote town, and the Halt's Kingdom has no jurisdiction here.
Stubborn oaf. I understand. Then, will you allow me to open a theater in town? I would do so at my caravan near the well.
I can confirm that Baba Yaga, Madame Dronya, has in fact parked her caravan there.
My, I cannot let that stand. Approaching the well is forbidden. I shall have it removed at once.
But wait, don't you want me to go down there?
Pardon me, Klaus. May I have a glass of water? My throat is parched from my long journey.
Yes, of course. I will bring it right away. Just a moment.
Klaus briskly turned on his heels and left the room.
Ah, now where was I?
Dronya raises her hand and her eyes glow an eerie crimson. I like how Luca just has that same expression the entire time.
Acting Governor Petrone, will you allow me to open a theater in town? I would do so at my caravan near the well.
Petrone's eyes flutter, unable to maintain their focus.
Of course. You cannot live among us as a witch. Your cover story will be that you are a traveling performer. Very well. I will authorize you to open and operate your theater near the well.
I will fulfill your request and leave Refrain before the conker trees bloom. Thus, it would be prudent if I could avoid paying taxes. Your shop will purchase anything I find in the Labyrinth, regardless of market value, and you will stable my horse as well. Now, as far as exchanging currency is concerned, does 10,000 CL silver coins sound fair to you?
Well, though I have every intention of supporting your expedition, that amount seems,
The light in Petrone's eyes seemed to dim as Dronya's eyes burned ever brighter. Luca, close your mouth.
Deal. My shop will buy the items you find underground, and you will receive 10,000 silver coins up front.
Thank you. You are a tough but fair negotiator. Also,
I will pay a high price for any amazing magic items you find.
I understand. Though this arrangement is but temporary, I look forward to doing business with you.
Petrone comes to his senses. He looks around in wide-eyed bewilderment, unable to process what has just transpired.
Huh?
Madame Dronya, your water, as requested. Ah, and Master Petrone, your dinner is prepared.
Oh, right. Forgive me, Madame Dronya. I feel lightheaded and would very much like to sit down. This town has rules that I have yet to explain to you. Perhaps we can discuss them over dinner? Come, let us continue our conversation.
Clutching his head, Petrone staggers away.
Madame Dronya, may I escort you to the dining room?
Unfortunately, I must take my leave. I still have much left to do.
Then I will come for you tomorrow to stable your horse and finalize the currency exchange. Wait. There is one rule you must observe if you intend to stay in this town. When the evening bell rings 3 times, lock your doors and do not open them until morning.
Duly noted. Good night. Let's go, Luca.
Yes, ma'am. Good night, mister.
Obtain the Tracti skill Clairvoyance 1. Obtain the Tracti skill Visibility 1. You can now see the rarity of items that contain magical power. This is the only major market in Refrain, but it stocks many items for you to purchase. Its inventory will change every so often, so make sure to visit regularly. Here you can sell the items you find in the Labyrinth for silver coins. This is the only way to make money, so make sure to bring back profitable items to sell. Weapons tend not to fetch a high price due to low demand, but there might be other uses for them. New products have been added. So, pretty much the initial stuff here. You can get some junk parts, poor parts, which are used for repairs. And then there's kind of just the general items. Jitterbugs are what you use to repair broken dolls, but you can't revive a doll that's lost its head. And most of the stuff that you probably will end up using is expensive. and like we right now have you know, 9,600 silver right now. We started out with 10,000, but we lost some because we had to do repairs. But yeah, prices kind of catch up with you, especially with repairs. We can sell stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the Brigadier coats because I'm not going to use them for anything. I am also going to go ahead and sell the Worn Lance. And the Worn Lamp. You cannot sell packs, which is a bit weird because packs can be found as random drops. So, and there is an item limit, so I'm not exactly sure how that exactly works. You can reorder stuff. A criticism I have with the ordering is there's not enough categories to order with. You can do attack, defense, rarity, rank, and type. I don't know what rank means for the most part. Attack and defense is nice, but some of these things like shoes and stuff, there's not really any easy way to order them. Same thing for relics. Like, I kind of wish there was more types you can order things by. Anyway, mysterious artifact. I've never seen this before. Okay, I think that's pretty much everything. Oh yeah, the soothing eggs we got. Heal confusion. Cracking this egg on your head is said to induce a calming effect. The description is actually pretty good in this. Mugwort balm, a simple balm made from mugwort and essential oils, purifying butterfly. It flies up your nose and dissolves, purging toxins from the body. And then, note on these. Bee milk. Milk and honey together at last. Mix it with hot water for a tasty treat. And then mudstone, a worthless mud-covered rock. So loot is generally for selling, but it can be used for something else later on in the game, so I'm not going to be selling these just yet. A new witch position has been added. Find more items. Learn the tracking skill Treasure Hunt. You'll be able to see items shining on the ground inside the labyrinth. So what this will do is it'll add little shining spots on the floor, and if you walk over them, you'll pick up some rare items. Or just pick up items in general. Costs 500 mana, which thankfully we have. And now we know it. We'll go ahead and save. Alright, looks like I've been going for about 30 minutes. Or at least 30 minutes. And right now, all we have for our objective is just to keep exploring. So, good stuff there. Got ourselves a 4th party member who's right now at level 1, but we should be good to go. So, I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Labyrinth of Refrain, Coven of Dusk. See you guys later.